Okay, ready? On the set. Go! Set! Set, go! Ready, break! Ready? Come on, set!
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Daniels looking to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Now into a sea of defenders unintercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, this defense for the Commanders very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Texans at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
Nico Collins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Let's go.
ETN up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They go play action. Daniels. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Throwing now is Daniels. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, they get back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action, now it's Daniels. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it. Take a look at the defense for these Texans. Well, they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To the air goes Daniels. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Running out of the gun with ETN. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Another tote for ETN. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. And his kick is indeed good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Out to his left. They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And Stroud now to throw. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
All right. Buggy.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
11.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Stroud to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
The score, Commanders 3, Texans 0.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's go.
Stroud. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
All right.
Now a 2nd and 10. Inside handoff to Nixon. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom.
Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Robbie. Ray.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. To the right side, incomplete to Atwell. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Daniels slings this deep from McLaurin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Oh, ready? Whoa.
Mixing up the middle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Oh, ready?
This now a 3rd and 4. Stroud looking to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
To throw is Daniels. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3.
Commanders 10, Texans 3.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Stroud. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Stroud. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Why Tony?
Throwing now is Stroud. In trouble, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Daniels. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Daniels. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And this one will be brought back to the 22. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the 1st half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this down to the 10. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half.
Ready. Here we go, set.
Back to throw. Daniels. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jalen Tolbert, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Texans 3.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Flash. Level.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Stroud. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. Taken in at the 11. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
On the bootleg, it's Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll buy some time right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 21, here's the 2nd down and 6. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 21 yards away. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Commanders 24, Texans 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Here we go, let's go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The slot man in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down. Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down.
19 Texans.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Dell here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
31, Texans 3.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. Touchdown, Washington! Jalen Tolbert, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 33, here's second down and 7. Back to throw. Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Look the hot, look the hot.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his fourth down call.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Stroud. They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Here we go.
In motion left goes a tight end. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Past the 20. 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Treston Ebner, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will sim this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And this will be a Texans 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Mixon with a 1st down carry. There he goes, left side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they will take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Washington, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in
Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again. Welcome back, Marlena.
Yeah. One for the money and one for the homies. I move with respect, I don't need nothing on me. The Father made way for me, feel just like Bronny. I got my little belly, my blessings, they on me. They rain, yeah, you see how I'm coming. Come on. It sound like we drumming. I reach on my goals, like my nephew be dope. Back on the rim, riding on rim. Came in all black to that, I came back to my to that ripping off Cadillac. Feel like a Cadillac, nothing but class. It's never been average, never been on. Averix on me, I'm tougher than homie Javante. The fight is my mantra, I want it, I will. Get you a wheel, they carry it. We fighting a little, my is hard. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag, on God. My bag on God. Back in my duffel, don't fear no opponent. You know I'm gon' hustle like rubber band on it. Counting my blessings, I'm laughing like Jonah. You don't wish me well, I guess you don't know me. Got all these like Malcolm and Sadi. That's word to my mama, tatted on my body. My left arm, they ain't left arm, they still doing harm. Bodies on bodies, cried over Malcolm, I cried over Dolphin. I'm crying for Nipsey, been feeling like Lauren. Carried the cross, got the sun in my eyes. Room for this, I ain't meant to be no bride. I'm married, but I know you still feel obliged. Bounce on these, I learned from Sanaa. Back in my bag and as big as a duffel. With blessings on blessings, I came through this struggle, I'm back.
I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God.
Yeah. I came through the rain and I came through the thunder. I push through the pain, I'm laughing at summer. My hair was way hotter, I feel like a starter. Escape with my truth, I came back like Nirvana. Throat is all rocky, it's nothing I real. Go back to back, baby, can't no one here see us. Stomach it all tied, look like a Leah. Went back and forth and back, just like a cornerback. Yeah, you got veins, I respect whole veins. Tell them get low, man. Just flying high, I gave them low, man. Super the color the whip. Culinary on my wrist, cooking you, I ain't forgot what you did. State of it all, eventually falls. Frequency, this is the ship, I'm home.
I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag.